A video popped up on my recommended a little bit ago, and then it popped up in the Discord, and it got me to wondering. Smash Brothers has been around for a while with a lot of different characters, but did you know that some characters have never won a big tournament ever? Can we find out and see what characters have never won anything big? Let's find out together, shall we? Thanks, Mikey D. I'm gonna like it before I even watch. Here we go. What if Smash Brothers had Shaggy from Scooby? That's too soon, man.
Did you know that there are only 3 characters who have appeared in every official Smash title since the series began that have never won a major tournament? Can you guess which 3?
Donkey Kong, Link, Ness? It's either Ness or Samus. Isaiah could have won with any of them. That's the annoying thing. I'm locking in Link, Ness, and Kirby. Fool that you are, you forgot 64 Kirby, stupid.
When we go to Smash Wiki, which to this day I will say is one of the most accurate and well-informed wikis for any community I've ever been a part of, we have a list of every major for each different game.
There was that much?
Listed in these.
Oh my god, dude. If you guys were around for Smash 4, this made no fucking sense. Dude, this was an unbelievable time in history. Smash 4 had literally a major every fucking weekend. It was like that in 2022. Oh my god, look at 2019. Holy shit, man. I guess this is the year the game came out. 2020 ain't got shit. We ain't doing nothing that year. That joint's empty. 2022. Oh my god. 23 is huge too. All right. But so is 24, but it didn't feel that way. I guess just excitement feels lower to me. Oh, it's because of Japan. So many of these are Japan. That's what it is. Japan's so big. Over here, it's a little bit lighter.
Online tournaments are definitely valid. When it comes to
Different
Smash,
world.
it does kind of feel like a different experience when you're in there in person beside your opponent with no
Online
excuses.
isn't real. Bro, when I did that online stream recently, I cannot believe people do this shit. Willingly. I can't believe people do that and not for, like, a suffering YouTube content piece.
You know, maybe the sun's in your eyes and you're I really like these rules as a basis, so I'll be using them for the video. But
being used only in pools or a counter pick is not enough. Okay,
I will point out some scenarios where you can make the argument that a character should have qualified for. Also, after we finish each individual game, we will see what percentage of the roster has won a major for that game.
Percentage of the roster has won a major for each game? Probably 64, because it has the least people.
Which has had the highest percentage of its roster win a major, down to which game has had the lowest percentage.
Lowest percent win a major? Probably Melee. No, there's way less characters in Melee. If we're going percentages, it's Ultimate. Brawl?
Reach this crowning.
Yeah, it's Brawl.
Okay, so let's start with Smash 64 and pull up the official tier list for reference. You know that Pikachu and Kirby are absolute beasts in this game.
I know anybody can win in this game because I've seen Isaiah.
Then we have Captain Falcon,
but I think
Fox,
you just have to be
Yoshi,
that good.
and Jigs. From what I could find, multiple players have won majors with all of these characters as well, besides Fox, who I only saw Super Boom Fan as his single rep. What an actual beast, by the way. He shows up as a rep for like half the characters I'm about to list. Anyway, our number 7 character, Mario, the mascot of the franchise, is our highest rated character in this game to have never won a major.
Oh, Mario might... No, Ally probably won one with him in 4.
Samus, who's ranked 8th, actually has. Josuke, who won 2 Kanto Series majors.
Wait, Samus won?
Josuke, who won 2 Kanto Series majors. Finally, we have Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong technically has won a major in the hands again of Super Boom Fan, but it was an online tournament during the pandemic.
Don't count
I think there's an argument for that to count on this list, but I and many other people do consider the online scene at that time and just the online infrastructure of Smash in general to be kind of a different thing compared to our typical majors in person. So unfortunately for this list, DK does not make it. Oh, wait.
So it's DK, Link, and Ness.
The strong with 7 of its 12 character roster being represented in major victories, which is 58%. Let's see how other games
7 is kind of surprising.
And let's move on to Melee! Fox McCloud from the Star Fox franchise has surprisingly won a few majors in this game. His fellow S-tiers in Marth, Jigs, and Falco join him in this group.
Right. What did Falcon win? Wizrobe win?
But it's worth noting that Peach is the first character so far who has only had one single representative that piloted her to a major win.
That's crazy. I didn't know that, but I guess that makes sense. There's really only one Peach player. Triff almost did it.
That is in Armada. What a legend.
Yeah, Triff got
it's
close.
Worth noting that Genesis X2, Triff was really close to joining Armada, but fell short in grand finals.
Damn, and then Hungrybox cried on him.
Now we move on to our B+ tier, where we have Ice Climbers, Pikachu, Yoshi, and Samus.
Okay.
This is where we have our first character to never win a major.
Ice Climbers have won it. Have Ice Climbers never won a major? Wobbles? Pikachu's won a major. Not Melee. Chewdat? Did Chew win majors? I don't know.
The top 10 characters have all won majors, and every character from 11th to Bowser at dead last has not. So that makes Samus as our highest ranked character to have never won a major.
Who could have done it? Duck? Like, Samus feels like incapable, because I feel like her matchups are so spread apart, right? Plup. Good call. No, that's true. I don't know if he could do it now. but he could have done it before. I feel like it's more competitive now, but that's a good point. Hugs got second at Evo 2007. Really? Who beat him? 2007? Ken. Okay.
There's also an alternate universe where Plup committed to solo Samus and probably won a major.
He could have done it.
I think for his own sake, it's a good idea he didn't go for that. But it is worth noting that although Yoshi is currently considered rank 10, even in 2010, when Melee was a decade old, Yoshi was in the absolute trash tier with characters like Pichu, Bowser, Ness, and Kirby.
Imagine being the first good player to lose to AMSA, and everybody's like laughing at you, and you're like, dude, I don't know what he's doing. I hit him, and he didn't move. I kept hitting him, and he just jumped in the air and kicked me, and I died at 90.
So we have 10 characters out of the 28 in Melee's roster to win a major, which is 36%, which puts it below Smash 64 on our current ranking. Next up, we have Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Who won a major? Meta Knight? Ice Climbers? I think Olimar did. I think it might be 7 characters. I think this might be the smallest one. It might be 7.
But yeah, there's a reason this is the only character who holds his own double S tier across all of these games. He was really trying his hardest to make sure other characters could not play this game. Afterwards, we have Ice Climbers who are in their solo S tier who have also won multiple majors in the
QB?
hands of quite a few different players.
I don't know what majors they won, honestly. I know QB, but...
The interesting thing about Brawl from here is that every other character I'm about to list has only 1 and sometimes 2 representatives.
I forgot about the new ones, dude. The new players that are still playing Brawl 76 years after the war ended.
Love to play, and 3 characters that were incredibly good.
They all won.
Surely they have all won.
Well, I don't know if Marth did. Mike Neko, I don't...
Majors, right?
No, yeah. Because it would have been Leon, Mike Neko, or Mr. R. Europe was getting held down by Gluto, even still.
Although Marth does well in quite a few of them and has won big tournaments which didn't count as majors, a Marth main actually did not win an event on this list. Marth showed up as a tertiary a single time, but when I went to check, he was literally used in 1 single game. But it's funny because it was the tournament winning game, so technically Marth literally won the major.
The problem with Marth is that he has mostly even matchups. He doesn't lose any matchups, but he doesn't win them hard enough. So if you take it and extrapolate it over an entire tournament, like, why would you not just play Meta Knight, who could, like, 8-2 people?
Did you know that Apex 2010 was won by DEHF, which stood for Does Everybody Hate Falco, who is now known as Larry Lurk, was won by
what a fucked up
DEHF,
character.
which
you literally get the ledge,
stood for
you just get the ledge, and he's dead. Like, he can't do anything. How is his character top 3? You should see the war crimes he commits on stage. He's Little Mac with a projectile. That's it. If he's off stage, it's bad.
Pikachu's the only character to have never won a major.
Oh, I guess he didn't. Esam got close to winning a major once. You guys want to see how that turned out? The most replayed part of this video is so funny.
Oh, there's the grab. Oh, there's the grab. And then...
Yeah. It's so good. Just the Pikachu screaming. Pikachu shouting to the heavens. It's so good. Honestly, though, nobody ever got paid out for Pound 5, so who really won? Nobody. Nobody won. What was he trying to do? If you get hit by the thunder, you don't keep falling. So I think it's like he tried to get hit by thunder. I think that's still in the new games, too. But he fast fell it. So he's trying to kill Nana to get rid of her so he can 1v1. And he fast... Oh, I think it's just a fast fall. I had a funny match at this tournament, too. He started to beat my ass. Oh, God. Oh, he waited for air dodge. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, this is bad. Well. Let's go!
Highest ranked character to never win is Marth at 5th, and our lowest ranked character who has won a major is Wario at 10th.
What did Wario win? I don't know what Wario won. Toon Link almost won, right? At the Supernova, I wouldn't call it a major, I guess, though, because, like, the things are way smaller, but... Didn't Rob win Evo? Wait, that's a good point. Rob did win Evo. That's true. Wait. And there's a video you can watch about that on my favorite channel, Brawl Alternative. Go check that out.
Good shit to Gluto, who continues to impress to this very day.
Dude, Gluto is so funny. I did an interview with the Score Esports the other day about big Evo moments, and I brought up Gluto as, like, an example of, like, because we were talking about, like, guys who switch characters or swap off. Gluto, like, literally just has to rely on how nice Sakurai is to him specifically. He will play Wario no matter what. Meister also apparently is the same. He only plays Game & Watch no matter what, and he plans to. So it's just, if Sakurai just decides to make Wario ass, he's just in for a very long winter. Just 6 years of nothing.
Wait a sec. Brawl has a pretty big roster. Are we really done listing characters?
Yeah, Meta
Out
Knight
of
just won
Brawl's
everything.
38 character roster, only 8 characters have won a major. This puts Brawl at our lowest rank on our list.
Could any of them have won a major? Maybe, and this is real. I think Lucario could have. You wouldn't need... Who played Lucario? Junebug, Lee Martin, Trella. One of them could have done it. Sue was Smash 4. Personally, I think Game & Watch could have, but it would have been early on when everybody thought he was busted. Well, Vinny could have done it. Like, Vinny was very close. So, Game & Watch was like, everybody thought he was busted, and then everybody was like, oh, wait, he's kind of ass. But then Vinny came out, and then people were like, wait, this character's kind of stupid. Like, Vinny started dominating New York, New Jersey, Tri-State, but then he switched to Ices because he started getting, like, Game & Watched. Like, he started getting exposed. He just got beat the fuck up by, like, Meta Knight, so...
In Smash 4, our S tier is actually true DLC characters and Diddy Kong. I wonder if strong DLC characters who win a lot of majors will continue to be a trend in the Smash Bros. Franchise.
Not Banjo!
Fun fact, that Bayo actually had the least amount of time to win majors, as she was literally the last character added to the
Didn't
game.
matter.
But she's actually the
Didn't
character
fucking
with
matter.
the most unique amount of people to win a major with her.
Wow, what a shocker.
Now, if you played Smash 4, you know that all these characters were extremely scary, but
I
2
don't
of
think
them
any
have
of them
actually
did.
never won a major, which blows my mind. Well, the
Fox.
first is Ryu. He's last on that list, so I
Well,
guess it's
yeah.
understandable. But it still blows my...
Fox, I think. It's Fox or Sonic, but I think it's Fox.
The only other character to not have won a major on this tier is actually Fox McCloud, which blows my mind. While making the list, I literally instinctively just put Fox in the win a major category because I didn't even think it was possible for him not to have done that in Smash 4.
What did Sonic win? Was it Sonic's? Who was the Sonic in Smash 4? Ken? Probably Ken.
In our B tier, the only characters that joined
Oh, Leo. Right. I was like, who the fuck? How did Meta Knight win anything?
in this list are Corn and Meta Knight. Pikachu frauds it out
And Corrin had Cosmos.
once again, and what was insane to me is that Luigi does not join this list either.
The early days of Luigi were stupid strong, but he was you could do the same thing with Diddy and take less risks. You could just do the, like, grab you 3 times and you die. It's the same, but with Diddy, you get a banana.
There's actually one more character outside of the B tier who will join this list.
Mega Man? Did Peep or Kamamushi ever win? Donkey Kong? Tweak? Yeah. No, I don't think so.
It is Villager, who sits at rank 25. in
Oh,
our lowest rank
yeah! This fucking guy. He had the one guy in Japan making it work.
character to win a major.
Now I
this one is a little awkward because when Villager
Okay.
did win the major in the hands of Renai, he was considered a significantly better character, but as DLC characters came out,
I would love to hear Mars's thoughts on this. Oh, this is just pools? Never mind. I thought this was like a deeper match. I want to know what he thought about this. This would piss me off fighting Villager.
now there is one more character that we could have an argument about, and that
DK.
is Donkey
right?
Kong.
That's the
at
Leo
2GG
counter.
MK Leo Saga, Tweak had actually played
This
Donkey
is so
Kong in the
funny
top
that this was like the bane of Leo. Leo didn't have an answer for fucking Donkey Kong. So, if in case you guys don't know, this jab, Donkey Kong's jab pulls in. So if you jab, you get a grab, which is so weird. It feels intentional, but it's Smash, so I don't think it was. I think it's supposed to be so you could jab, but you do jab grab. One of my favorite things about sort of Smash games is like Donkey Kong is historically a pretty good counter to sword characters. I don't know if this is still true because all the common knowledge is kind of dead. Like, sword characters used to be, like, absurdly good against Game & Watch, but now it's, like, a little bit more smashed out and even. Like, there used to be, like, rules about matchups, and not really anymore. Like, legacy knowledge. This guy always beats this guy always beats that guy. And I think Donkey Kong's place is, like, an ass character, but he beats sword characters. I think that's cool because then he has a place here, right? Like, when the best player in the world only exclusively uses sword stuff, oh, cool, you get to use Donkey Kong in tournament.
But either way, 13 out of the 54 character roster leaves us at just 24%,
like
which
Ness
is
would do good
3% higher
against
than
Roy,
Brawl's. But hey, a win's a win.
Ryu could have won. Pikachu could have won, but it's too hard. Lucario could have won. Mega Man could have won.
Now, Smash Ultimate is a really big game. There are 82 characters in it,
I'll
and a lot
say.
of people will tell you that it's a
Too big, some might say.
pretty balanced game. However,
Too balanced, some might say. I think it is fascinating to see design sensibilities shift over time. From my perspective, what it seems like is You have this era of Brawl, right, where games are super defensive. I think Street Fighter 4 was pretty defensive. I think a lot of games in that era were like pretty like you sit back and you wait for the person to do something and then you attack, right? Then you come along this new era where it's like, okay, we need something to beat that. And the thing to beat that is combat mechanics. So you have Rage in Smash 4, and you have X Factor in MVC, and you have V-triggers, right? The pendulum is the other way now. And it's like, oh, well, this is annoying. You don't want it that strong. Now we have the pendulum the other way, where a lot of people think it's just like brainless offense, which is like ultimate just drift in aerials on shield that you can't punish, or Tekken. Tekken as it is, where you just slam on somebody over and over. And what's funny to me is that ultimate, like, this should have been the dream, right? Like 100 characters, all balanced, anybody can win. It's flatter than you think it might be with this many characters in terms of the tier list. But actually, that makes the game kind of annoying, because anybody can beat you with their bullshit. I think it's interesting to see where it is now. That's all. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1?
At the time that I'm recording this, Syrup actually just had a major win last weekend. Good stuff to him. Sonic and Snake follow up the S tier, who have also had major wins. Next up, we have Game & Watch, Rob, and Aegis, who have all won majors, to no surprise. Since the game has so many characters and balance patches, there isn't much to talk about besides a lot of characters win. So let me take a deep breath here and list off Kazuya, Diddy, Min Min, Fox, Peach, Joker, Yoshi, Pikachu, Roy, Olimar, Cloud, Luigi, and Bayonetta have all won majors in Smash Ultimate.
That's it? Gotta be more than that.
But when we get to 20th, we have our highest ranked character to never win in Smash Ultimate, and that is Samus. There's a funny little tidbit here where Luigi and Samus kind of had different trajectories on this list. Samus actually has not won in any game since Smash 64, and Luigi has actually never won until now, the final patch of Smash.
That's because they make him dumber and dumber every game. Some guy is in that design room like, hey, let's make Luigi more like Little Mac. They're just making him more and more polarized into this goofball, dumbass character. How about we make it so Luigi can't touch you, but when he does, you die? Okay. You already had a pretty cool design for Luigi. They had the melee brawl, like, they had a cool design. And then they said, no, let's turn him into a freak. And Smash 4 had freak characters. Little Mac is a freak character. Villager is a freak character. Duck Hunt is a freak character. But now they made him one. Smash 4 is full of these freak, one-note gimmick characters, and they just grabbed Luigi's soul and they ripped it out of his chest. And now he's a freak. Hero's that high? Dude, BMP's going to do it. I don't know if he'll win a major, but I think BMP... Oh, he just did? Did that count as a major? Or we count... Oh, it was Momocon. Was Momocon a major? Was Momocon a major? Be real. I feel like Beast Mode Paul just needs the right bracket. I thought he could do that.
Shulk, the character with unlimited potential, has yet to manifest it at a major.
He's not good. Don't care what anybody says.
Me Brawler and Terry both have not won.
Me Brawler will do it if enough time passes. I think there's a world where if Ultimate goes on for 10 more years, like, a bunch of people are playing Me Brawler. He's a penny stock that you keep for 50 years, and then, you know, like, something's up.
Toon Link has not won a major, and Lucina has, even on the most current patch. Young Link and...
Who would win with Toon Link? Sigma? Level 1? Right, that's his name. You're right, forgot. You guys say you hate Smash. Everybody says they hate Smash, and then as soon as I don't know a player, everybody jump out the chat. Everybody knows everything about the game. Look at you, huh? Big fans.
Mega Man actually has, but not for a really long time. Back in patch 3.01. I'm not even sure if he was nerfed after that. I don't actually remember.
He just disappeared. Mystery character. He just vanished.
Inkling, arguably the most overrated character in Smash history.
Yes, he's spitting. He's spitting. The most overrated character in history. Did you hear that? In history. Pandering? What do you mean You think he thought I was going to watch this? You think he knew I was going to tune into this? That character is dog ass. I said it from month 1. She's going to get worse. They were your main? That's how I knew she was ass. I was like, I'm working way harder than these people. I'm not somebody who, like, gasses up my main. All right? I'm not somebody who, like, thinks I'm downplaying my character. I play the cheap shit. All right? Loxodon is ass. I am working harder than a rando that's mashing his controller. When I was on Ryu, I was not. I wasn't working harder. When I was on DJ, I was not. I was shitting out damage for free. I can tell you when a character's cheap. You could trust me, okay? King? Oh, I was mad cheap on King. I would just spam knowledge checks. Uh-oh, you're blocking one? All right, you're mashing one. We go 2 throws now. Oh, you're mashing 2 throws? Hop kick, hop kick.
Ice Climbers has not won anything. Pichu has, but not since before half of us were born. Why did they have to nerf him like that? And there are too many
because he was very annoying.
Characters left to list them all one by one, so let's just say none of them have except one. Do you know who it is?
Don't tell me. Oh, Ike. Right?
It is our boy Ike, who hasn't won since Genesis 6 and
Plant now, but come on.
2019. Yeah. Ike is also another candidate I talked about in the video about the most overrated characters, but he had a bit of a better excuse. Although technically both him and Inkling did get some nerfs, followed by a bunch of buffs, Ike's Nair on release was actually an entire character in itself, so it getting toned down is a massive deal.
Try to check my biases here. I'm thinking. Because this game looks cool, but maybe that's just because it's different. I feel like Ike and PT is cooler than, like, Game & Watch Steve. It's ugly when it's figured out. Yeah, I might just be, like, nostalgia-ing, which might, like, I'm trying to check myself, because this is just how every early game feels special. And if I kept being good, and if he kept being Mr. Up Air over and over, we would be just as annoyed, I think. Ike has one Omega stupid move. A lot of the modern top tiers have a bunch of Omega stupid moves. Yeah, the way that I describe... Look at that Ivysaur face. I was tweeting about this because they just put out a thing that was like the most fun characters to fight in Ultimate. This is the fun to play against, and everybody loves fighting Lucina. And, like, I remember, because I have a distinct experience because I played the game competitively for, like, the first 2 months. I did not enjoy fighting Lucina. I was getting up-aired under platforms and not having fun. It was just, I could not land ever. But that's because that was the hell that I lived through, which is not nearly as bad as the hell that these people are living through with Bacon and Minecart. And that's a good point. This is like a Twitch chat list. How many of these people play competitive, you know? I don't think Falcon is fun to fight, just to be clear. If you back a Falcon into a corner, if he's at 140 and you're at 0, he becomes the greatest fisherman to ever live. He does one fucking thing. He's trying to kill you at 40 with Nair 1. He will only be out of shield. It's not fun to fight him. It's not fun to fight Donkey Kong. You just like it because you get him to 70 for free.
And that's it for Smash Ultimate. Over the game's lifetime, we have 34 out of the 82 character roster has actually won a major event, which is 41.5% of the game's roster, which is pretty impressive.
Or bad, depending on if you play the game.
For a roster this big.
And it's actually bigger now, because what? Plant, Falco, if you count that? I don't know if Falco. And Hero, right? Jeez. Who are the 3 to never win ever? I think DK, Link, and Ness.
4 with 58.3%.
Which is weird, because you think Ness would.
41.5.
Ness is surprising, because I feel like Ness could, like... Ness stocks are always very high, and Ness goes down, so Ness might be able to do it early. But Ness always has this resurgence. Ness stocks go like this. They go, and it goes like to the middle.
I asked at the start of the video about which characters have never won despite being in every single game. Well, the answer was Ness, Link, and Donkey Kong.
Right. It is kind of crazy for Ness. The other 2 are career bad, except for Donkey Kong, who is like, he's fascinating. Because Donkey Kong exists in this limbo state where he's good and ass. I can't believe Link is literally always bad. I figured they would want him to be good. I was going to say it's more important to them that Link is like faithful than good. But then again, they could just make his down air kill it like 60. You don't want the bomb and boomerang guy to be good, I think. I mean, I would say that too, but then now the minecart and anvil guy is good. I think they're happy to have Link and Mario be middle of the pack guys. That's true. I wonder if there's a conspiracy theory about this. I wonder if, like, if you made Mario too strong, people would hate Mario. And then nobody's going to buy the new Mario game. The worst thing you could have is a Smash community of casuals that hate Super Mario. Like, you don't want the casuals to hate Mario. I know a dude who hates Fire Emblem as a series because he hates them in Smash. Dude, that was like a whole personality trait in, like, 2015 YouTube. Talking about, like, Fire Emblem sword fighters. Still is? Yeah, it's a big thing that people do.
For Ness and Link, if you've watched my other videos, you know I get frustrated whenever I talk about Link, Zelda, and Ganon and how they're treated in Smash Bros. So for my own mental health, I won't get into it this time.
It is weird that, like, they can't have any good characters. I mean, they have Sheik, I guess, but I don't know. I genuinely think that Sakurai dislikes Legend of Zelda. No. I think he hates Banjo. I subscribe to that conspiracy theory for Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know about Zelda. He also hates Sonic. Yeah, but he makes him good. Sonic is just like, he doesn't know what to do. His ass is not playing Sonic games, so he's just like, turn him into a ball again. Several ball moves.
To quickly go over every single character who has yet to win a major, and we can categorize them by which game they joined the franchise in. In 64, as we talked about, we have Ness and Link. They were introduced in Smash 64 and have never won a major since their introduction.
3 different Links and 0 major wins. Damn, that's crazy when you put it like that. Y'all had 3 chances.
Trainer won, but
you got 1 good character. Is Zelda the most represented franchise to not have any? It has to be. That's wild.
And when we get to Smash
if Sheik wasn't in there, then we could
Ken
write
Masters,
that whole thing off.
Inkling, Ridley, Simon and Richter, King K. Rool, Isabelle, Incineroar, Piranha Plant, Hero, Banjo, and Terry Bogard join the list of characters who have never won a major.
That's so sad. Riddle's never won with Terry. They said that he won, but he went Alcazia. Terry almost did it. I don't think he can. Maybe I'm hateful. I guess if he almost did it, then he could. But I am a Terry hater. I've always been a Terry hater.
And yeah, if you enjoyed this trip through some of the history of every Smash game's competitive life,
120K like, bro, you got 9. Good Lord, that's ambitious. Which characters won the most? Oh, hell no. Here we go. Oh, another video again. Come on, man. Another one. I'm trying to think of career good characters. Fox, Diddy, Puff. No, Puff had 1 game. Yeah, that's for another YouTube video. That's the end of that. Good movie. I like that. I like stuff that I could put on and talk about other things. Tremendous. What a great movie. I love YouTube exposing me to so many great creators like Mikey D. Go ahead and subscribe today. Also, like the video. 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 Check it out.